Alright, so I just want to make a quick video to kind of show you guys how to look for what wiring you have for the remote start to see if you have any of the wiring. So the first and easiest thing to do is check to see if you have the connector that goes through the hood latch. So to do that, this little cover has to come off. It has a bunch of push tabs on it. Right, so you just take a trim tool, pop those tabs, and then the whole thing comes off. I've already popped the tab, so pull this right off and we'll put that down. Basically, this is usually taped up to this wire that's running behind right here, right? So if you find that wire, that means you at least have some of the wiring. The other thing to do is if you come over to the fuse box, there's 4 clips on the fuse box that hold it in place on the front and on the back, right there and right there. So basically you just push the tab in and you can, on all 4 of them, you can lift this whole box up out of the way. And if you see underneath, that big connector right there. So what happens is the latch wiring, there's 2 wires, will run from there. They run into one side of the connector and out the other side. If you have that, that means you have the full wiring. So what I would suggest you do is just take a picture of the wiring on both sides, get a good view of it. That connector is stuck on the side here with this, you can see the 2 push pins right there. So you can actually, if you can get your hand in there, you can kind of wiggle it and disconnect it, and then you should be able to manipulate this enough to where you turn it. And you want to take a picture of, if you see this big green plug right here where my thumb is, the top row is really what you want to take a picture of. So I believe it's positions 5 and 6. In this picture here, it's these turquoise plugs here. That's what I added for the push start. So you want to take a picture of the top row on that side, and same thing on the other side. It's kind of hard to do, but take a picture of the top row on the other side. And if you have wiring coming in and out of both of those connectors on both sides, that means you're fully wired up. If you don't have anything, that means you don't have any of the wiring, which then obviously you wouldn't see the connector pinned up over here. That'll help me determine what wiring you need and what it's going to cost, either $40 or $60, depending on which harness you would need. Sometimes you have the front half of the harness, so you have from the connector, the hood latch connector, to under the fuse box here, and then you don't have anything which runs to a ground and then into the truck, excuse me. Sometimes you have the exact opposite. Sometimes you have the wiring that runs from inside to the connector here, but then you don't have the wiring from here to the latch. So I sell whichever setup you need. I can give you just the latch to here, I can give you to here into the truck, or if you don't have any of it, I can give you one from the latch that goes all the way into the truck. All right, thanks.